I'm Vinny Politan. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. You know, one of the most polarizing and divisive cases that we are covering and following here at Court TV is the case involving a 17-year-old from Illinois. His name is Kyle Rittenhouse, and it may sound familiar. He's the 17-year-old who went from Illinois to Wisconsin to Kenosha during the riots in the summertime, had a gun, and apparently shot 3 people. He is claiming self-defense in that case, but it's a case that has really divided along political lines, and it's amazing. As close as all the elections are, that's what the opinions are of this case, and there are people dug in on both sides. Chanley Painter, Court TV legal correspondent, has more for us tonight on the case of Kyle Rittenhouse.
Protests rock the Wisconsin city of Kenosha following the police-involved shooting of Jacob Blake. Blake's shooting, captured on cell phone video, appears to show officers following Blake to his car, then shooting him while his back is turned. Outrage over the shooting fuels night after night of unrest. Protesters and counter-protesters clash. This night ends with 2 dead and 1 injured. In the melee is 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse. The Illinois resident crossed state lines on August 25th, telling local media he was there to protect property. By daybreak, he was a wanted person. Video captured with a cell phone appears to show Rittenhouse running through the street as others race toward him. Some accuse him of being a shooter. Then there are shots.
People are getting shot all around us. People are just getting shot everywhere, guys.
Video from a different angle of the confrontation shows the gunman firing multiple rounds as a crowd surrounds him. The gunman moves away, walking with his hands raised in what seems to be a surrender as police roll by. Rittenhouse makes his way home to Illinois that night while police try to make sense of what happened.
The radio traffic was nonstop, and there were people running all over the place.
Shot to death is 26-year-old Joseph Rosenbaum in a parking lot. Moments later, in a second clash that was caught on camera, Anthony Hubert is killed and Gage Grosskreutz is injured. Rittenhouse is charged with several felonies, including 2 counts of intentional homicide, attempted homicide, and possessing a deadly weapon while under 18. The gun charge in particular has been the source of heated exchanges between prosecutors and the defense.
As to 29593, that has to do with hunter certification. If an individual is out hunting, and that's what Mr. Binger was hanging his hat on. There is no allegation anywhere that my client was hunting on August 25th.
There's no dispute in this case that Kyle Rittenhouse armed himself with an AR-15 on August 25th, 2020 at the age of 17 years old. That's it. It's that simple. Now, if the defense wants to hide behind hunter safety regulations to try and excuse that behavior, then I'll simply quote back what Attorney Richards just said, which is, the defendant wasn't hunting.
At his bond hearing, Rittenhouse's lawyer argues that the teen acted in self-defense.
The state can bury their head in the sand, and in reality, who struck my client first? Who attacked my client first? We're not talking about demonstrators, we're talking about rioters who had ill intent in their heart.
Also at the hearing is Anthony Huber's father.
Kyle Rittenhouse thinks he's above the law.
He wants the judge to keep Rittenhouse behind bars while he awaits trial.
He was an active shooter, and he tried to flee, and my son lost his life protecting other people. He was a hero.
The case against Rittenhouse has attracted high-profile supporters, including Silver Spoon's actor Ricky Schroeder. He helps post the hefty $2 million bond that allows Rittenhouse to be free while he awaits trial. Disappointing news to a grieving father.
There's people out there raising money right now, making it their own fight, that it's about gun rights, and it's not about gun rights. My son was killed. Another man was killed. They didn't deserve to be killed.